Remember when I had said was going to David's house?
The weekend you don't respond to me.
And
Go to the point.
basically, like, they threw like a small little bachelor party.
In the world of 90 Day Fiance, the other way, where cultural differences, relationship struggles, and family dynamics frequently collide, few moments have been as dramatic and emotionally charged as Madelein's meltdown over Luke's bachelor party. The event, which unfolded during one of the more contentious seasons of the show, left viewers stunned and eager to see how the couple would recover, or if they would recover at all. Luke, an American living abroad in the Philippines, had already faced challenges in his relationship with his fiancée Madelein, a woman he met during his travels. But nothing seemed to test their bond quite like the issue of his bachelor party. What seemed like a small and relatively common pre-wedding tradition quickly spiraled into a major relationship crisis, causing tension not only between the couple but also among their families. In this article, we will break down the dramatic meltdown, explore the cultural and emotional factors that fueled the conflict, and analyze how the incident became a pivotal moment in the couple's journey. We'll also examine how Luke and Madelein's experience fits into the broader themes of trust, jealousy, and cultural misunderstanding that have defined 90 Day Fiancé the other way. The build-up, Luke and Madelein's relationship dynamic. Before delving into the specifics of the bachelor party incident, it's important to understand the dynamic between Luke and Madelein. Both of them came into the relationship with their own expectations, which were influenced by their cultural backgrounds, personal experiences, and previous relationships. Luke, a relatively traditional American man, had traveled extensively before meeting Madelein. He was attracted to her not only for her looks, but also for her family values and her strong connection to her Filipino heritage. However, Madelein had different priorities. As someone who had grown up in a conservative family, she was deeply influenced by her upbringing, and her view on relationships often conflicted with Luke's laid-back, worldly approach. Despite their cultural differences, they seemed to be genuinely in love and committed to building a life together. But their relationship, like many on 90 Day Fiancé, was tested by the looming complications of marriage, long-distance dynamics, and outside influences, particularly family. The drama surrounding Luke's bachelor party started innocently enough. In Western cultures, bachelor parties are seen as a rite of passage for men, a final celebration of single life before entering marriage. For Luke, this was a long-planned event involving his closest friends. He had always viewed it as a fun and light-hearted occasion, with the expectation of indulging in typical bachelor party activities, drinks, some partying, and a bit of mischief. But for Madelein, things were different. She came from a conservative background where such events were not only frowned upon, but also seen as a betrayal of the couple's commitment. Her strong beliefs in family values and loyalty shaped her expectations for Luke's behavior leading up to the wedding. When she learned about the bachelor party, her reaction was swift and emotional. Madelein felt deeply hurt by Luke's decision to go ahead with the party, and as the day of the event drew closer, her anxieties only worsened. She feared that Luke's behavior at the bachelor party would reflect poorly on their relationship and potentially jeopardize their future together. For her, the bachelor party wasn't just a harmless celebration. It represented something much more significant, a symbol of Luke's commitment, or lack thereof, to their marriage. On the day of the bachelor party, Madelein could no longer contain her emotions. Her meltdown was a combination of deep hurt, frustration, and anxiety. She confronted Luke about the party in an intense and emotional conversation, expressing her concerns about what she saw as a lack of respect for their relationship. Her emotions boiled over when she accused Luke of not taking their upcoming marriage seriously and putting his friend's desires above her feelings. Luke, in turn, was taken aback by the severity of Madelein's reaction. To him, the bachelor party was simply a harmless tradition, something that was expected of him by his friends. He didn't see it as a reflection of his love for Madelein or his commitment to their future. But the more he tried to downplay the significance of the event, the more Madelein's anxiety grew, leading to a heated argument that took a toll on both of them. At the heart of this conflict was a clash of cultures. While Luke viewed the bachelor party as a normal part of his premarital celebrations, Madelein saw it through a completely different lens, one shaped by her cultural values and personal experiences. In the Philippines, conservative views on relationships and marriage are more common, and pre-wedding parties of this nature are often seen as disrespectful or even scandalous. Madelein's reaction was, in part, influenced by these cultural norms, which dictate a high standard of behavior for couples leading up to their wedding. She saw Luke's bachelor party as a threat to the moral integrity of their relationship, and this perception was deeply tied to her upbringing and the values instilled in her from a young age. Luke, on the other hand, didn't initially understand the gravity of the situation. As an American, he had grown up in a society where bachelor parties were practically a given, and his view on relationships was more relaxed in comparison. He felt that the bachelor party wasn't a reflection of his commitment to Madeleine, but simply a way to enjoy his last days of bachelorhood with friends. This cultural clash, East versus West, conservative versus liberal, added a layer of complexity to the situation, as neither party could fully grasp the other's perspective without deep emotional confrontation. Following the emotional meltdown, Luke and Madeleine were left to pick up the pieces of their relationship. The bachelor party had caused a deep rift, and their future together was uncertain. Madeleine, still hurt and distrustful, was left questioning whether she could move forward with someone who didn't understand or respect her cultural values. Luke, on the other hand, felt misunderstood and frustrated that something as trivial as a bachelor party had turned into such a major issue. In the days that followed, both Luke and Madeleine struggled to navigate the fallout. Luke tried to apologize and reassure Madeleine of his love and commitment, but his attempts were often met with resistance. Madeleine, still reeling from the emotional toll of the argument, was torn between her love for Luke and her need for respect and understanding. The bachelor party drama in 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way, serves as a reflection of larger themes that are often explored on the show: trust, jealousy, and the clash between individual desires and relationship expectations. At the core of Madeleine's meltdown was a deep-seated fear that Luke might not prioritize their relationship, which is a common issue among couples in cross-cultural relationships. Jealousy played a key role in the situation. Madeleine feared that Luke's bachelor party would lead him to make poor choices or even compromise their relationship. Her emotions, while rooted in cultural and personal beliefs, were also influenced by an underlying fear of losing control over the relationship. For Luke, the bachelor party was an innocent expression of freedom and celebration, but the way he approached it showed a lack of sensitivity to Madeleine's fears and anxieties. His inability to fully empathize with her feelings created a distance between them that proved difficult to bridge. As the season of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way progressed, viewers were left wondering if Luke and Madeleine could ever recover from this emotional crisis. The bachelor party, which had seemed like a minor event, had revealed deeper issues within their relationship. Issues of trust, respect, and cultural understanding that would take time and effort to resolve. The meltdown over the bachelor party was a pivotal moment in their journey, one that challenged their bond in ways neither of them had anticipated. Whether they would be able to navigate their differences and move forward with their relationship was left uncertain, but one thing was clear: the incident highlighted the complex dynamics of cross-cultural relationships and the deep emotional impact that even small events can have. In the world of 90 Day Fiancé, where the stakes of international relationships are high and the drama even higher, Madeleine and Luke's story is just another example of how love, family, and cultural expectations often collide, sometimes with explosive results. This is a detailed start, and we could keep building on it. Let me know if you'd like to expand any sections, explore more about the cultural aspects, or continue with other characters and moments from the show. 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise concluded its 4th season in 2024, and one of the couples, Madeleine Perez and Luke Berry, became the talk of the town. But what happened to Madeleine after production ended? Madeleine was only 19 years old, while Luke was 30 during the show, making them one of the more controversial couples of the season. During the season's airtime, viewers found the 11-year age gap between the couple uncomfortable and creepy, which led fans to theorize about their timeline. Besides the obvious age difference between the two, Madeleine and Luke's relationship raised many red flags throughout the show. Trust and financial issues were the biggest challenges the couple faced, as Luke funded Madeleine's life and infidelity rumors circulated around her. It soon became clear to the viewers that the couple had a low chance of working out. However, despite the ups and downs, Madeleine and Luke seemed to still be going strong even after production ended. Madeleine and Luke originally met during Luke's vacation to Madeleine's native Colombia a year and a half before 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise began production. After dating for 6 months, Madeleine agreed to marry Luke when he popped the question. When viewers are first introduced to Madeleine, it is clear that she is living a lavish lifestyle that Luke has provided, including a luxurious apartment, a tiny albino Pomeranian dog named Angel, and a loan to help her open up her own spa. But about a month ago, I was let go because I was taking too much time off work visiting my fiancée, Madeleine, in Colombia, he said. It was also revealed that Luke had spent nearly $100,000 on Madeleine and was afraid their relationship would end once she learned the truth. In addition, because of his financial status, Luke had to delay his move to Colombia, which upset Madeleine. Although Luke's financial problems were the main obstacle to their relationship, the 90 Day Fiancé couple hit another roadblock when Luke's friend, Brian, informed him of a rumor about Madeleine cheating. After being confronted and accused of cheating by Luke, Madeleine found it difficult to trust him. Yet, she is not the only one. Luke also began to have doubts and confided in Brian, suggesting that Luke have Madeleine sign a prenup. Madeleine did not take kindly to this, but eventually agreed, with the condition that Luke move to Colombia so they can start their life together. The couple faced plenty of challenges during their time on 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, but Madeleine and Luke are going strong. On September 2, 2024, Luke published a book about the couple's journey, struggles, and his love for Madeleine, titled Meeting Madeleine. Although the book is from Luke's point of view, he recounts the moment he knew she was the one and how she changed his life. However, he also addresses his deepest insecurities and fears of losing Madeleine, which eventually affected their relationship greatly. Fans can find the book here to purchase. Yet, their affection doesn't end there. They are also active in their social media accounts. Luke and Madeleine have posted pictures of each other on Instagram, exchanging kisses and looking very much in love. In a more recent post, both Madeleine at MadeleinPerez0714 and Luke at Don shared a picture of themselves together in fancy attire. In the caption, Madeleine expressed about Luke, "Ever since you came into my life, I understood that true love is not just said, it is shown. With you, every moment is magical, every word has a deeper meaning, and every hug feels like the best refuge." Luke responded in the comments, "My favorite place is by your side. With distance or without, nothing matters as long as we are together." Anyone can see through these posts that the couple is still very dedicated to one another. With that being said, Madeleine and Luke don't seem to have any plans of breaking up. Although 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise's Madeleine's activities prior to opening her own beauty spa with Luke's help are unknown, it seems that Made Beauty is still up and running. Madeleine actively promotes the shop on her personal Instagram account, praising the results of her session and urging followers to book appointments. Despite initially receiving Luke's funding, Madeleine is now working hard to run her shop, serving as a spokesperson, creating content videos, and managing the front desk. According to Made Beauty's Instagram